My Daughter's Keeper presents Alone Against the Static, a solo Call of Cthulhu adventure by B.W. Holland. Episode 3, Alone at Night in the Dark. You dash out into the night, running as far and as fast as your body can manage. The cold air burns your lungs. The surrounding trees sound alien as they rustle, making you all the more terrified. Every few minutes, you emerge from the trees onto a section of dirt road. You keep praying that you'll see your partner's car arriving, but deep in your soul, you know it won't come. After almost an hour of mad flight, you come to a crossroads. You recognize it from the journey to the cabin. You're not sure which direction leads to the highway, and which leads deeper into the woods. The forest feels inescapable.
Here's one we don't often do. Give me a navigate roll.
Okay.
I can't even remember what your stats are for it.
1. Whatever that stat is, definitely a fail, because none of my stats are higher than 70. Wait, no. Yeah, failed. That's a fail.
40. I was at 71 on 40.
Yeah.
Damn.
Can I spend luck?
You can. That's a good point. This would actually be a very good time to spend luck. In order to make that a success, you'd have to spend 31 points of luck, but given that you've got 80 to begin with, that is an option. Okay, we've made that a success.
You pick one path and follow it. Even after hurrying on for what feels like ages, you can't tell if you made the right call. The flashlight you carry is the only way you can see your surroundings. The only thing you can tell is that the forest is quieter here. Eventually, you start to tire. You're also getting seriously cold. You lean against a tree to catch your breath. You try to catch your breath, but it doesn't seem to work. Your hand slides down to the base of the tree, and you collapse down against its roots. You suck air over and over. Your lungs feel icy. Despite the horrible situation you find yourself in, your eyelids feel heavy. You're not sure how long you wait, but it is some time until you feel as though you can get back to your feet. You stand slowly, teeter, and manage to forge on. Right now, you just need to put distance between yourself and the chaos you just escaped from. When the sun rises, you'll be able to reassess and begin to find your way back to civilization.
Make a note, we're on 301.
Hey.
Take a point of damage.
Yay!
So you are down to 11 points of health.
My health wasn't great in the first place.
Health is never good in this game.
No.
But you're doing pretty well, all things considered.
Pine needles and dirt crunch under your feet as you walk. You make progress, but with every step you feel yourself growing wearier. You need to find somewhere to rest. Maybe some high ground would be good, or should you look for a grotto? Anywhere sheltered would be best, right? Just as you spot a cluster of trees where it looks like you'll be able to rest and stay dry, you hear a faint hiss from behind you. What was that? Static? Was the sound static? Adrenaline surges through your system.
You can investigate the sound, or you can run like hell.
Right. I'm probably quite tired.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not going to run because that's kind of a stupid idea. Because I'm quite tired.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm going to investigate them.
Okay.
You turn to face the direction the sound came from. You can't hear it anymore.
Hello? You
ask the darkness. It does not reply. You direct your flashlight in front of you. Its light reveals tree trunks, stones, and fallen logs. Nothing unusual. Your flashlight flickers. Your heart jumps in your throat. Have the batteries died already? You shake and slap the lens, and the beam stabilizes nice and solid. Phew, lucky you took the time to find new batteries. You search the area in front of you more carefully. The strong light keeps the shadows at bay and makes you feel a little more secure. After a more thorough look, you confirm that there's nothing lurking around you. Still, something tells you it's best not to linger here for too long. You stride onwards, using the flashbeam's light to navigate between treacherous tree roots and sharp rocks. After a few minutes of walking, you spot a small clearing through the trees up ahead. You push towards it, snapping through thick brambles and branches as you go. When you emerge into the clearing, you spot a small tent and a fire pit set up in the middle. Looks like somebody's been camping here. You might have found help. You made a lot of noise when you pushed through the trees into the clearing. Something rustles inside the tent. You've clearly woken whoever was inside. Hello? A timid voice calls out. The tent flap unzips, and an unfamiliar man steps forward into the moonlight. He's fully clothed. He looks towards you, hesitates, then nods. You notice that his eyes show no sign of surprise.
Do you respond politely or aggressively?
Respond politely.
Okay.
Don't want to scare him. Hello?
You call out. You struggle to keep terror or anger from creeping into your voice. The man approaches you. He's smiling. Don't worry, the man says, and holds his hands up, empty palms turned outwards to you. It's okay. I'm your friend. His voice is small and falls eerily. His eyes are wide with excitement. You look around, but there's nothing in the clearing that gives you any new insight into what's going on.
What's happening?
You ask. You don't expect a real answer, but to your surprise, you get one. I'm someone who can hear it, the man says, then lowers his hands.
Hear what?
The child.
What?
The child of the forest. You've heard it too. I know you have. When it weeps, it sounds like...
That's it?
You say. The man smiles.
Yes, I knew it. I knew you heard it.
You hesitate.
Alex,
He says. You freeze.
How do you know who I am?
the child told me. It just wants a family, Alex. That's what we can give it.
The voice in the static?
You ask.
The child, yes.
You can ask what the child is, ask more about what the child wants, or you can ask how the stranger knows all this, or ask if he has seen the man you've seen around, which I assume is the guy that attacked you.
Yeah, I'm going to ask about how he knows about what the child wants. You keep calling it a child.
You say.
What exactly is it?
The man smiles.
Something ancient. I know, strange name for one so old. I believe it was birthed from Mother Earth herself. It exists alone in the wild places of the world. It's lonely and aching.
I'm going to ask about what the child wants. The child.
You say.
It wants a family?
The man nods.
It's spent uncountable years alone. It sees past, present, and future. It has tried so desperately to adapt to the technology of our world, but has failed. It just wants people to be with it, here, in its home.
He gestures around.
I'm going to ask about the man I've seen around. You the guy I've seen around?
He pauses, thinking.
It might have been me, or rather, a version of me.
What?
I've given myself to the child.
He says.
I'm in its family now. If it wishes, the child can take my form. Indeed, the child takes many forms, those of its victims past and future.
And the final choice we have left is to ask the stranger how he knows all this. So we have to go to that option.
It's a burden, this knowledge.
The man smiles.
I came to this place years ago. I brought my camera. I wanted to document the wild, but I found something far more important to document. Something beyond comprehension. I found that the child could somehow manipulate the magnetic particles in my videotapes to show me visions of the future.
He smiles wide.
And so far, they've all come to pass. The child exists beneath the earth, in the soil, in the trees, in the pine needles at our feet. The power of the earth all around it lets it smells and tastes and touch anyone it encounters, whether they have already or not.
What do you mean?
You ask.
It sees the future?
For the child, there is only now, and now is everything all at once. It's why it's waiting for you.
He says.
In my time here, the child has shown me so many things, all stored in my tapes. I kept them and labeled them and tried to categorize them as best I could.
Okay, we've exhausted our conversation tree. You've got a choice now of whether you tell the man he's talking nonsense, or you ask him how to leave safely.
How to leave safety? That's common sense.
Very well.
How can I get out of here?
The man furrows his brow.
You mean leave?
Yes,
You say.
I want to get out of here and go home. I never want to come back here, ever.
The man shakes his head.
I'm afraid it's too late for any of that. The child has chosen you. It awaits your arrival for so long.
You shake your head.
I don't care. I'm not staying.
You turn and make to run, just as a familiar voice runs out.
Wait!
Right, you are playing as Alex, aren't you?
Yeah.
So we have to go to 3, 4, 2.
You spin away from the man. There, standing on the edge of the clearing, is Charlie. Their clothes are flaked with mud and dirt, and there are twigs caught in their hair. But they're here. They're alive. They're smiling at you.
Honey,
They say.
it's okay.
Do you run to Charlie with open arms, or do you hesitate?
I'm gonna hesitate.
Something in the base of your consciousness is sounding a terrible alarm, but another equally strong part is telling you to run over and embrace the person that you love.
Do you have broken heart ticked? I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you do. Okay. In that case, we're going all the way back to 10.
No.
You race for the edge of the clearing. You can make it out if you're fast enough. You hear the warped sound of your partner's voice calling after you, but don't turn to look back. Then you hear heavy slamming footsteps approaching fast. You can't help but look back for a moment. You see that your partner's body has warped and deformed. Their skin has split, and horrid, dark branches burst from their flesh. Propelled by those disgusting long tendrils, they surge forwards towards you. You turn back and race for the tree line. If you can just get there, break free, you can leave it all behind you.
Ooh, here's one we don't do all that often. Let's have a dex roll.
Okay, right. 25. No. 25.
25.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's almost an extreme.
Yay!
That's excellent. Okay.
You run through the forest. You jump logs, duck under low-hanging branches, deftly avoid the moss-ridden stones. For a while you hear the sound of pursuit, but terror, rage, and anguish push you to run for far longer than you have ever run before. Eventually, the sound of pursuit fades. You keep running, tears streaming down your face. You run for hours. You only stop when the sun rises. By the light of the new day, you find your way through the trees back to the main road. You walk, haggard, for hours. Sometime in the mid-afternoon, when the autumn sun is beginning to dip, you are picked up by a passing trucker. He stares at you curiously and asks repeatedly if you're all right. You never answer him. You ask to be dropped to the center of town, but he drops you at a police station. It doesn't matter. It'll do. You head inside. Days pass in a blur of hospital visits, police reports, and soul-sucking interviews with a smiling psychologist who assures you they're only there to help. Search teams go into the Black Hills and try to find your partner. They don't find anyone, but you never really thought that they would. They do eventually find your car. Even though it has your license plate, the searchers say it can't have been the same vehicle. It was rusted, covered in moss, and looked as though it had been abandoned in the forest for years. You find no reprieve even in rest. When you sleep, you dream only of the forest, the lonely trees, the wet soil, and the endless night. But there's a strange budding warmth in your belly that makes everything seem fine. Somewhere out there is screaming, a chanting, the wind that unsettles the trees, the breeze makes the pine needles dance across the forest floor. Then there's the static, a cacophony of sound running together, blending to create a long, all-encompassing drone. It fills your head, your very being. The static is all. Then suddenly, the warmth within your stomach explodes, your flesh tears, yet there is no pain or blood. You watch in horror as the gnarled branches of some ancient tree emerge from your stomach. All the while, twisted roots encircle your bones, crushing and cracking them. You try to scream, but only static emerges. As the static fills you and everything around you, the last thing you are aware of is the endless sea of stars above you, the cold stars. Then, darkness. The darkness lifts. The light of dawn brings you to wake. You don't recall how much time has passed. It might be years later, or it could be years earlier. Somewhere in the forgotten wild you stir. You see the ancient forest around you. The pine needles feel like carpet on the ground. It's all warm and familiar. The wind flutters through the Black Hills to a place where no bears, rabbits, or birds ever tread. Trees shiver in the final moments of summer, and beneath the moist earth you shift. Dead branches and fresh soil fall away as you emerge. Human again, you rise from the damp earth and breathe. You blink and hear the call of your master. The child awaits you. You have successfully completed the story and have been reborn to serve the child, as you will again and again, for all eternity. The end.
No.
Well, that one was a bit messed up, wasn't it?
Why? Why me?
Oh, who knows? Who knows? I was ashamed. I honestly thought you were going to get out of that one alive, but it decided to give us the double take, didn't it? Oh, that sucks. That's the second of these solo ones that you've ended up dying in.
Yeah.
I think next time we're going to have to see what happens, won't we? We will do another one of these solo ones at some point.
Yeah.
They are a great deal of fun, and this one certainly had me guessing. I had no idea where this was going. What did you think? I mean, how did you feel about that? I mean, obviously the ending sucks.
Yeah. I really thought that maybe, okay, I didn't think this was going to be the end of it. I thought, okay, maybe, I probably would have to, I thought I would maybe have to run or have to escape somewhere. Not like that. Not trapped in the forest. The question is, does the child have a name? I would like to know his name. Or is it just child?
Well, the stranger did say he knew another name for it, but perhaps we'll never find out. That's the mystery, and that's where the real horror lies in Call of Cthulhu. Is the never knowing, the never being sure. As Lovecraft said, the ineffable. Well, that wraps up Alone Against the Static, which was a very interesting take on the Alone in the Woods scenario.
Yay!
I guess that just leaves us to wrap up for this game then. I have been your keeper of the arcane lore.
I've been your player.
And we will see you for the next scenario. Until then, bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us on this week's descent into tabletop mayhem. If you enjoyed the episode, or at least survived it, please take a moment to rate and review My Daughter's Keeper wherever you listen. It helps us summon more listeners from the void and keeps the dice gods appeased. If you want to get episodes early, hear bonus content too weird for public release, hang out in our community Discord, or even join us for special Patreon exclusive games, then head on over to patreon.com/My Daughter's Keeper and throw us a coin or two. Until then, we'll be back next week with more horror, hijinks, and probably some forgetting what dice to roll. Until then, stay weird, keep your snacks close, and whatever you do, don't split the party.